She isn't testing her love for you, she's testing your strength. Most men fail that test. Will you? There are moments in a man's life when he stands before a woman and feels the ground shift beneath him. Her glance unsettles his certainty. Her silence slices through his comfort. Her presence awakens a storm inside him that he cannot explain. And yet, he tells himself it is nothing, a passing mood, a coincidence. But Heraclitus, the old philosopher, would have laughed at such blindness. He taught that all things are fire, and fire does not rest. It devours, it reshapes, it transforms. So it is with her. She is warmth and destruction in the same breath. To reach for her without understanding this truth is to mistake a bonfire for a candle. Fire does not exist to soothe you, it exists to test you. To see whether you are strong enough to stand within its glow without being reduced to ash. Most men never understand what that means until they encounter a woman. They believe harmony is found in stillness, but a bow is only powerful when pulled tight. A lyre only sings when its strings are stretched. Love without struggle is lifeless. Attraction without resistance is an illusion. Her defiance, her challenge, her push against your frame, this is not cruelty, it is necessity. Yet modern men flee from tension as if peace were the proof of love. They do not see that peace without struggle is not peace, it is decay. When a man collapses at the first sign of resistance, he proves not that love is fragile, but that he was never forged. Rivers are never still. Most men pray for calm waters. But Heraclitus reminded us, rivers are never still. Their very nature is change, and so is hers. She moves from laughter to coldness, from closeness to distance. If you cannot stand firm in the current, you will be swept away like driftwood. Heraclitus said, character is destiny, not her character, yours. She embodies flux. You must embody form. She is storm. You must be mountain. If you react to every shift in her weather, you confess you have no climate of your own. Logos, the hidden rhythm. Heraclitus spoke of the logos, the hidden rhythm beneath all of life. Most men live asleep, blind to it. They think her moods are random, her doubts irrational, her distance a betrayal. But beneath every gesture lies a deeper instinct. She is not plotting tests. She is not scheming. Nature speaks through her. The fire does not decide to burn. It simply burns. And if you fail to see that pattern, you will treat every spark as accident, every storm as injustice, never realizing the flame itself was the trial meant to reveal what you are. Weakness exposed. The weakness of men today is that they want the fire without the heat. They want passion without the price. They want loyalty without discipline. But Heraclitus warned, nothing is born without something destroyed. If you wish for her respect, you must prove your absence of fear. If you wish for her loyalty, you must surrender your softness. Fire negotiates with no one. It reduces the weak and tempers the strong. The test is not in her. The test is in what remains of you afterward. The weight of respect. Do you see now why Heraclitus insisted that strife is the architect of all things? Without tension, there is no measure. Without struggle, there is no truth. When she resists you, she is not tearing you down, she is weighing you. Your words against your deeds, your promises against your presence. And most men, when weighed, are found wanting. They wanted her body more than their mission. They wanted her approval more than their integrity. They wanted comfort more than character. And so when she tested them, they crumbled. And once respect dies, love follows it into smoke. The river and the mountain, Heraclitus said. You cannot step into the same river twice. The river changes, the current shifts, and so does she. To demand her constancy is to demand she betray her nature. Your task is not to stop the current. Your task is to navigate it. If you panic when the river bends, you reveal you had no compass. If you rage at her storm, you show you were never a mast, only a leaf. But if you adjust your sail without losing your core, you reveal yourself as the mast steady against the wind. That's what she is searching for. Not perfection, not poetry, but presence. Fire is not cruelty, it is clarity. Men confuse fire with cruelty, but Heraclitus knew better. Fire is not cruelty, it is clarity. It strips away the false, leaving only what endures. So when she doubts, do not drown her in explanations. When she storms, do not lose your center. When she withdraws, do not beg. Every spark she casts is a question. Are you iron, or are you ash? The weak man curses her for asking. The strong man welcomes the question, because he knows the test was never against her. It was always against himself. The forge. Here lies the paradox. She does not wish for you to fail. She does not wish to fight you. She wishes for you to fight the brittle parts of yourself. She is not here to complete you. She is here to reveal whether you are complete already. Her fire is not your enemy. It is your forge. Only the man who survives the forge earns the crown of presence. Without it, there is no respect, no reverence, no lasting bond. With it, she can finally rest, for she has found the man who does not collapse when fire touches his skin. Flux and permanence, Heraclitus said. The sun is new every day. Even what seems eternal is always in motion. This is the secret men forget with women. They expect stillness where stillness does not exist. She is flux, she is fire, she is renewal itself. To demand her to remain unchanged is to demand the impossible. She was not made to be still. She was made to test whether you can remain unmoved while the world changes around you. The storm does not hate the mountain. The storm only reveals whether the mountain stands. The trial. When she questions you, she is not erasing you. When she withdraws, she is not abandoning you. When she strikes at your certainty, she is not destroying you. She is trying to see if you are truly there at all. For if your presence vanishes at the first gust of the wind, then your presence was never real. The test did not destroy you. It unmasked you. Why men fail. Think about the men who give everything, their gifts, their time, their devotion, only to watch her drift away into the arms of a man who gave her far less. They rage, they call her cruel, they brand her ungrateful, but she is not betraying them. She is obeying fire. Fire does not spare the dry branch because it was generous. It consumes it because it was weak. She cannot cling to a man who dissolves in her hands. The man who cannot endure her test does not lose her because she is wicked. He loses her because his weakness was revealed. Fire does not lie. It cannot. It shows you exactly what is worthy and what is not. Presence, Heraclitus said. A man's character is his guardian spirit. Your character is not decoration. It is destiny. When you trade it for her approval, you exile your own future. You may win her body for a night, but you lose her respect forever, and once respect dies, no devotion remains. What compels her loyalty is not endless comfort. It is the immovable proof of your form. Agreement without resistance is worthless to her. Compliance without backbone destroys trust. She may smile when you serve. She may thank you when you sacrifice. But deep inside she feels what fire always reveals. What collapses cannot be relied upon. The logos of conflict, Heraclitus said, war is the father of all things. Most men recoil at this truth. They want love to be a refuge from struggle, but love is no exception to the law. When she resists you, when she argues, when she withholds affection, this is not sabotage. This is war in its truest form, not the war of weapons, the war of spirits. Just as fire tempers iron, her resistance tempers your character. Without strife, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no measure. Weak men avoid these trials, call them unfair, call them toxic. Strong men welcome them because they know the truth. She is not testing to destroy you. She is testing to discover you. The crown, understand this. She is not your reward. She is not your crown dot. She is your trial dot. She is the terrain you must cross dot. She is the fire that strips away the false until only what is unshakable remains. Dot weak. Men curse her for testing Dot's strong men. Thank her Dot, because only through fire does iron become steel. Dot rise not in anger, not in bitterness, not in fear. Rise in clarity. Rise as the man who no longer seeks comfort, but strength. The man who no longer begs to be chosen, but chooses himself. The man who no longer fears the fire, but walks into it and emerges unburned. That is the wisdom Heraclitus left us. That is the path men have forgotten. That is the crown she cannot give you, but the crown you must claim for yourself. If these words lit a spark in you, carry them forward. Like this video, share it with those who need to hear it. Subscribe for more. The fire has spoken. Now it is time for you to stand.